Hello everyone, this is Al Red Sox Fan coming to you from Al Red Sox Fan YouTube channel. Hope all is well. And we're going to bring you some more of our Strat-O-Matic project, the Bob Gibson Denny McLain 1968 challenge, and we're in the second half of our project. And if you're new to the project, this is, as I stated, the Denny McLain Bob Gibson challenge, the 1968 year of the pitcher. Denny McLain 31-6 with an ERA of 1.96, striking out 280, while Bob Gibson for the Cardinals went 22-9 with an ERA of 1.12, striking out 268. They take on the 12 best teams of 2017 in the Major League Baseball season for 12 home and away starts. And that's 24 starts. Well, we've already completed the first 12 away starts, and now we're in the second half of the project, the 12 home starts. And this matchup will pit the 1968 Cardinals and Bob Gibson taking on the 2017 Boston Red Sox and Chris Sale. Let's get to the starting lineups and roll some dice. We're in St. Louis, leading off for the Boston Red Sox, Mookie Betts, and he is playing right field. 264 in 2017, 24 homers, 102 ribbies. Batting second, the left fielder Andrew Benintendi, 271, 20 homers, 90 ribbies. Batting third, the second baseman Dustin Pedroia, 293, 7 homers, 62 ribbies. Batting in the cleanup position, the first baseman Mitch Moreland, 246, 22 home runs, 79 runners knocked in. Batting fifth, the designated hitter Hanley Ramirez, 242, 23 home runs, and 62 runners knocked in. Batting sixth, the third baseman Rafael Devers, 284, 10 home runs, 30 ribbies. Batting seventh, the shortstop Alexander Bogaerts, 273, 10 home runs, 62 ribbies. Batting eighth, the center fielder JBJ Jackie Bradley Jr., 245, 17 home runs, 63 runners knocked in. And batting ninth, doing the catching, Christian Vasquez, 290, 5 home runs, 32 RBI. On the hill for the St. Louis Cardinals of 1968, Bob Gibson. Bob Gibson, as I stated, went 22-9 with an absolutely outstanding, unbelievable ERA, 1.12 in 34 starts. He gave up 11 gopher balls, striking out 268, walking 62. This will be his 13th start, as we've already done our first 12 starts away, and now there'll be the final 12 starts at home. And in his 13 starts, he is 7-4 with 2 no decisions. In his first 12 starts, In his first 12 starts, he is 7-4 with 1 no decision. ERA 1.87 in 106 innings pitched. He's given up 71 hits, walked 34, struck out 107, and he's given up 8 gopher balls. Here at the stadium, we have Dog Sidious. Hope all is well with your dog. And Fan-O-Matic. Thank you for joining us. Check out Dog Sidious's wonderful channel, all things Star Wars and entertainment. And we're going to be on Dog Sidious's channel, I believe, Saturday, 8 p.m. to do a chat with Dog, myself, and I believe Chris from Strat-O-Matic, Delaware will be joining us again. And also check out Fan-O-Matic, as he told me yesterday he will be returning in the fall to his channel, so check that out. And here we go. So Bob Gibson on the hill. Behind the plate, Tim McCarver, +1 arm. At first base is Orlando Cepeda, the baby bull. Second base, Julian Javier. Shortstop, Maxville, excuse me. At third is Mike Shannon. Out and left, Lou Brock, +1 arm. Kurt Flood's in center, -1 arm. And Davis is in for Mantle with a neutral arm of 0, as this is a left-handed pitcher in Chris Sale. So Mookie Betts comes to the plate. And Betts is looking for the 1-4 column. Gibson's ready to work. He deals to Mookie Betts. And Mookie Betts gets a 1 and an 8 to start off the ball game. 1-8 to Betts. Line shot. Cepeda leaps in the air and snares it for out number 1, robbing Mookie Betts of extra bases. So 1 out. Here comes Andrew Benintendi. Benintendi, in his first 2 games against McLain and Gibson, 0 for batting .375, excuse me. No homers, no ribbies, 1 strikeout. Benintendi looking for the 3-4 column, left-handed batter. McCarver sets the sign. Gibson rocks and fires to Benintendi. And that is a 4 column and an 11. 4-11 to Andrew from Bob Gibson. Ground ball to Cepeda. Flips to Gibson, covering the bag. 2 down. 2 outs, base is empty for Dustin Pedroia. Petey in 2 starts against McLain and Gibson, batting .125 with 1 ribby. He's looking for the 2-1 column. Gibson kicks and fires to Pedroia, and it is a column of choice for Pedroia. It is a 2-5, 2-5 for Dustin, 2-5 to Petey. And Petey hits this ball high and deep, and that is a 14. Will the ballpark hold it? Left center field. On the run, Kurt Flood at the wall. He leaps and he makes the catch. Side retired. What a play by Kurt Flood. Also here at the stadium, Old Soldier has joined us, as he says, great matchup. So at the stadium, front row, we have Old Soldier, Strat-O-Matic, and Dog City. Feel free to jump in the chat and talk a little baseball or whatever you'd like to talk about. Thank you very much for joining me, gentlemen. And now here's the St. Louis Cardinal lineup. Batting first, playing left field, Lou Brock. .279, 6 homers, 51 ribbies in 68. He'll be followed by, we mixed it up a bit, Julian Javier. .260, 4 homers and 52 ribbies. And he's playing second base. Batting third, the third baseman, Mike Shannon. I always want to call him Del Shannon, but that's a singer. .266, 15 homers, 79 runners knocked in. Batting fourth, Kurt Flood, .301, 5 homers, 60 ribbies. And you'll see why when we get to how they're batting now, and that's why I shook up the lineup a bit. Cardinals just don't score runs. Orlando Cepeda is batting fifth, excuse me. .248, 16 homers, 73 ribbies. Batting sixth, doing the catching, Tim McCarver, .253, 5 homers, 48 runners knocked in. Batting seventh, the shortstop, Donald Maxville, .253, 1 home run, 24 ribbies. Batting eighth, playing right field, Ron Davis, as this is a lefty-lefty matchup, and Chris Sale is a tough lefty, so Mantle's on the bench. Maris is on the bench today. Davis, .203, 1 homer, 17 ribbies. But the few hits he did get did come off lefties. And batting ninth, the designated hitter, Bobby Tolan, .230, 5 homers, 17 ribbies. On the mound for the Boston Red Sox of 2017, Chris Sale, 17-8. 2.90 earned run average, 32 starts. He gave up 24 gopher balls, struck out 308, walked 43. Behind the plate, Christian Vasquez, excellent catcher, -4 arm. Moreland at first, Pedroia at second, Bogarts at short, Devers is at third. Andrew Benintendi's in left with a -2 arm. JBJ, Jackie Bradley Jr. is in center with a -2 arm. And Mookie Betts is in right with a cannon of an arm, -4. Here's Lou Brock to lead things off. Brock, struggling in his first 12 games of his project, only batting .222 with 4 ribbies. He's walked twice but struck out 18 times, does have 3 stolen bases. Sale, ready to work to the left-hander. Here's the pitch to Brock. Brock looking for the 2-5, and he will not get column of choice. That is a 3 and a 5, so it's a 3-5 to Lou Brock. Swing and a miss on the curveball, 1 away. And here's Julian Javier. First 12 games of the project, .289, 5 ribbies, 5 walks, 10 strikeouts, no stolen bases. Lefty-righty matchup. Vasquez sets the target. Sale deals to Javier. And that is a 4 column as he's looking for the 1-2. This will be off the sales card. 1, snake eyes. And Javier has a chance here. He hits this ball pretty hard. And that's a 15. As he sends that ball deep to left, Benintendi goes racing back and makes the catch. 2 away. Base is empty for Mike Shannon. Shannon batting .279, 1 home run, 3 ribbies. He has walked 3 times, struck out 12 in the first 12 games of this 24-game project. Shannon looking for the 3-5 column. Sale looking for a 1-2-3 inning. The windup and the pitch to Shannon. And it is a 4 column off the sale card. It's a 4-7. It's going to be a lucky 7 for someone. 4-7 from Sale to Shannon. Fastball. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. 1-2-3 go the Cardinals. Sale K's 2. We go to the top of the second. Scoreless here in St. Louis. Due up for the Red Sox, Moreland, Ramirez, and Devers. Moreland against Gibson and McLain in the first go-around. Does not have a hit, no average. He does have a ribby, and he struck out 3 times. Moreland looking for the 2-4 column. Gibson kicks and fires to Mitch Moreland, and it is a 5 column off the Gibson card. 5-6 to Mitch Moreland. 5-6, pick up some 6. Strike 3, swing and a miss. Back to the pine you go, Mitch Moreland. 1 away. Hanley Ramirez strides to the plate. In 2 games against Gibson and McLain, batted .250. No ribbies, no homers, and he struck out 3 times. Hanley looking for the 1-2. McCarver wiggles the fingers. Gibson nods his head. Here's the pitch to Hanley Ramirez, and it's a 4 column off the Gibson card. 4-10 to Hanley Ramirez. 4-10. 1 out, no one on. Hanley hits this ball well, and that's a 13. And he sends that ball out to left field. Brock racing to the gap, and he makes the catch. Lou Brock, nice catch, 2 down. Brock covered a lot of ground there, so 2 down, base is empty. For Rafael Devers, batting .375 in 2 games against McLain and Gibson. 1 homer, 3 ribbies, no walks, 1 strikeout. Devers awaits the Gibson offering. Here's the pitch from Gibby, and that's a 6 column, the column of death, if you're a batter off the Gibson card. And that is a 6-11. 6-11 to Devers. And he sends his ball out to right field, and Davis, and that is a 19. So Davis racing after the ball. Will he make the play? And that's a 6-1-1, so that's an 8. Sinking line drive towards the line. Davis makes the diving catch. Side retired. Nice play by Davis. As Ben Hogan's joined in the chat. How are you, my friend? And the underrated Darkness. How are you? Thank you very much for stopping by. Check out his channel. He does sports. He does entertainment. He just has an all-around fun chat. I was able to check it out a little bit last night before I started my stream. And Ben Hogan's in the chat. And, of course, our good friend Dog Sidious, all things Star Wars and entertainment, as well as an excellent moderator. Remember to check myself, Dog Sidious, and Chris from Strat-O-Matic, Delaware, coming up this Saturday on Dog Sidious's channel around 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Hope everyone's doing well. So here's Curt Flood. He'll be followed by Orlando Cepeda and Tim McCarver to face Chris Sale. And Curt Flood, in the project, he struggled. In the first 12 games of this 24-game project, 216, no homers, does have 7 ribbies, 3 walks, 12 Ks, he's stolen 2 bases. A B bunter, though they're not playing in on him. And we're going to try to lay one down. Bunt for a hit. Here's the pitch. Flood with the drag bunt. He bunts the ball. Sales fields it. Not in time as he throws. So Sales comes off the mound to the third base side. Picks it up. Fires to first and Moreland, but it's not in time. Curt Flood has a bunt base hit. Ben Hogan says, very good, sir. Go Cards. So Flood is at first. Moreland holding him on, and here's the baby bull, Orlando Cepeda, and he has struggled mightily in this project the first 12 games. 149, 1 ribby, 5 walks, 11 Ks. He does have 2 stolen bases. He awaits the Chris Sale offering. Looking for the 2-5. Here's the pitch from Sale to Cepeda, and it's not with love. That is a 3 off the Cepeda card. A 3-7. To the baby bull. And he turns on that fastball and he singles to left. We have a 55% chance of Flood being safe at third, but we will hold him at second. So the first 2 runners get on, a bunt base hit, and then a scorching single to left by Cepeda. Tribes fans joined us in the chat. Check out his wonderful channel, Tribe Fan 879. He just finished up his New York Metropolitan replay of 1967 using Strat-O-Matic baseball card and dice. So check it out. He gives updates. Here's Tim McCarver. McCarver, 213 in the project's first 12 games. 5 ribbies, 1 walk, 11 Ks. Does have a stolen base, no home runs. He's a D bunter. B hit and run, though. And we're going to play a little hit and run to move the runners over, hopefully. He has a 25% chance for a hit to put the ball in play, 22% chance of missing it. We're going to say yes. Here's the pitch. We got to do the hit and run roll. So we need a 4, 5, or 6. And we get a 4. So we click on the 4. I believe this is the way this works. And now at 10, so it's a 4-10 on the hit and run, 4-10. Fly ball out to center field. And JBJ, Jackie Bradley Jr., does not make errors. Hopefully we don't knock ourselves into a double play here with no outs. And JBJ, that is an 18. And that's an F3. I don't know how that's going to work with the hit and run. And now let's roll an error check. 16, 17, 18, and 4. And it is an 8. 3-3-2. So no error. So McCarver will fly out to JBJ in center as Bradley goes racing back, makes the catch in front of the track. And because it was a hit and run, everyone goes racing back to their bases, as we just probably Flood would have been able to tag up, but we had the hit and run on to try to move the runners over. So 1 out. Flood at second, Cepeda at first, and here comes Dahl Maxville. He's batting .231, no homers, 3 ribbies, 4 walks, 10 Ks in the first half of the project. He's looking for the 1-5 column. Sale's ready to work. He deals to Maxville. And that is a 5. So he does get the column of choice off the Sale card. 5-3 to Dull Maxville. 1 out, 2 on. 5-3. What will it be? We shall see on the 5-3. And Maxville works a walk. Bases loaded. Bases loaded. 1 out. Joining us here at the stadium in St. Louis, the Statistician. He says, "Hey boys, long time no see. How you doing, Statistician?" And here's Ron Davis, chance to make his mark here. Davis is batting .222 in the project. No ribbies, no homers, no walks. He struck out 6 times. Bogarts and Pedroia hoping for a double play ball. Davis looking for the 1-5 column. Vasquez wiggles the fingers, sets the target. Here's the pitch from Sale to Ron Davis. And it is a 4 column off the Sale card. 4-11. 4-11. Bases juiced. No place to put Ron Davis. Fly ball out to left field and Andrew Benintendi. And that is a 17. As Benintendi goes racing after the ball. Error check. And that is a 3-2-1. That's a 6. As Benintendi, sinking line drive, makes the diving catch. And Flood does not tag as Benintendi quickly pops up and fires towards the plate. So bases loaded still with 2 outs now, and Bobby Tolan steps to the plate, the designated hitter. Bobby Tolan batting .222, 1 home run, 2 ribbies, no walks, 2 strikeouts. Tolan looking for the 1-5. Sale's looking to pitch out of this mess. He's ready to work. Vasquez sets the target. Here's the pitch to Bobby Tolan, and that is a 6. Off the Sale card, 6-8 to Bobby Tolan, 6-8. Sale's hoping for it to be great. Fastball, strike 3 looking. So Chris Sale pitches out of the mess. We stay scoreless as we go to the bottom. We go to the top of the 3rd. No score here. Due up for the Red Sox, Bogarts, Bradley, and Vasquez. Bogarts batting .125 in his games against McLain and Gibson. 1 ribby, no homers, no walks, 5 Ks. Bogey looking for the 2-4 column. The windup and the pitch from Bob Gibson, and that is 666. And the 6 is the column of death for batters off the Gibson card, so that's a 612. But let's see what this brings on the 612 off the Gibby card. Ground ball to 3rd, Shannon to Cepeda, 1 down. Jackie Bradley Jr. steps to plate, .286 in his 2 starts against McLain and Gibson. No ribbies, no homers, no walks, 1 K. JBJ looking for the 3-4. He awaits the Gibson offering. Pitch comes homeward bound. It's a 5 off the Gibson card, 5-11 to Jackie Bradley Jr., 5-11. And that's a fly ball out to right. And Ron Davis, he's camped under it, makes the catch. 2 away. Number 9 batter, the catcher, Christian Vasquez. Vasquez, .286 in the project. No homers, 1 ribby. No walks, 1 strikeout. Gibson kicks and fires to Vasquez. And that is a 4 column off the Gibson card, 4-3. What shall it be? We shall see on the 4-3. Vasquez hits this ball hard. An 11. Hard hit ball to 3rd. Shannon dives, throws, and they just get him. Nice play by Shannon. That throw, good stretch by Cepeda. We go to the bottom of the third. No score here in St. Louis. Chris Sale back out on the bump for the Red Sox. They'll face the top of the order for the Cardinals. Brock, Javier, and Shannon. Brock is 0 for 1. Here comes the Chris Sale offering. Brock looking for the 2-5. He gets a 6 column off the Sale card, so it's a 6-7. To Lou Brock, 6-7. Ground ball to second base. And Dustin Pedroia. That's a 5. Petey's up with it. He'll throw to Moreland at first. 3-2-4. That's a 9. 1 away as Pedroia throws Brock out at first. Stepping to the plate, Julian Javier. He's 0 for 1. Javier looking for the 1-2. Vasquez wiggles the fingers. Sale nods his head. Here's the pitch to Julian Javier. And that's a 6 off the Sale card. 6-10 to Julian Javier. Ground ball, third base endeavors. And that's a 3. Error check. 6-4-4. That's a 14. Devers moves to his right, dives, but the ball is by him and into left field. A 1-out single for Julian Javier. The Cardinals now have 3 hits. Javier being held on by Moreland. 1 through 16 base runner. 65% chance of stealing second. And here is Mike Shannon. Shannon's 0 for 1. Looking to keep the line moving here, we'll say. Sale peeks to first. Now he deals to Mike Shannon. Shannon looking for the 3-5. And he gets the 5 column. Column of choice off the Sale card. And that's a 5-8 to Mike Shannon. 5-8. Fastball. Swing and a miss. 2 down. So Chris Sale has struck out 4 batters so far. Javier will be off on contact. Moreland still holding him on. Here's Kurt Flood, had a bunt base hit. And Ben Hogan says a D bunter and a Z commentator. No, Kurt Flood was a B bunter, if that's what you're talking about, Ben. McCarver was a D bunter, and we went hit and run. So here's Kurt Flood, 2 outs. Javier at first. Flood looking for the 1-5 column. He awaits the Sale offering. Here's the pitch to Flood, looking to open up the floodgates. And that's a 3. That's a 2 column off the Flood card. 2-6. 2-6. Ground ball to Devers. He's up with it. Throws to second. Pedroia steps on the bag for the force outside. Retired. Top of the 4th. Still scoreless here in St. Louis. Oh, McCarver. Yeah, he was a D bunter. That stinks. I would have liked to have bunted the guys over there, but so I went hit and run. Worked against us, though. I think fly ball with a 3. If we weren't hit, if it was not a hit and run, I think that would have advanced the runners, but I had hit and run on. I wanted him to beat the ball into the ground, and he couldn't do it. Alrighty. So due up for the Red Sox, top of the order, Betts, Benintendi, and Pedroia to face Bob Gibson. I almost said Kirk Gibson. Bob Gibson so far. 3 innings. A strikeout. No hits, no walks. Gibson peers in at McCarver. He deals to Betts. That is a 4 column of choice for Mookie Betts. Off the Gibby card, 4-10 to Mookie Betts. 4-10 to Mookie Betts. Betts hits this ball well. That's a 16. And he pops out to Maxville. Well, that's not hitting the ball well. Oh, that's where that little thing went in today. Can you guys see that little box I put down there? It says, like, so far today, Benintendi, one at bat at Gibson, grounded out. Can you see that? Oh, you can see that. Cool. That does pop up. That's pretty cool. I was going through the settings. I said, what does this do? That's pretty cool. I like that. Did that pop up before? I didn't notice that. So Benintendi is 0 for 1. He grounded out his first time up. 1 out, base is empty. Andrews looking for the 3-4 column. Gibson rocks and fires to the left-handed batting Andrew Benintendi, and it's a 6 off the Gibson card, the column of death, 6-10 to Andrew Benintendi, 6-10. Ground ball to the shortstop, Dahl Maxville, and that is a 5. So that's a G3 number sign. That is a range play. We don't know if he'll get to it. Error check. 5-5-4. That's a 14. No error. So Maxville, moving to his left, dives in the hole, pops up, fires a Cepeda, scoops it out of the dirt for out number 2. Nice play by Dahl Maxville at short. Hello, Beatles eternally. Hope all is well. As Beatles says, hi all, listening while playing No Man's Sky. 2 outs, base is empty for Petey. Dustin Pedroia is 0 for 1. He flew out the first time up against Gibson. Oh, I like that. That's pretty cool. He awaits the Bob Gibson offering. Pitch comes homeward bound. Pedroia looking for the 2-1 column. He gets a 4 column off the Gibson card. A 4-8. A 4-8 to Petey. 2 outs, base is empty. Top of the 4th, no score. McCarver frames the pitch, but ball 4. Oh, McCarver and Gibson wanted that pitch. Inning stays alive. Pedroia's at first. 1 through 12 base runner. Cepeda holding him out. And here comes Mitch Moreland. Moreland's 0 for 1. He struck out his first time up against Gibson. Moreland looking for the 2-4 column. Gibson peeks to first. Now looks in at McCarver. Nods his head. Here's the pitch to Mitch Moreland. And it is a 2 column. Column of choice for Mitch. He's going to see a pitch to grip and rip. 2-5 to Mitch Moreland. 2-5 to Mitch Moreland. Moreland hits this ball pretty well. And that is an 18 on the 2-5. Oops, 18. Sends that ball deep center field. Kurt Flood racing back at the track, reaches up and makes the catch in front of the wall. Side retired. Bottom of the 4th, still scoreless here in St. Louis. Chris Sale steps to the mound again for the Red Sox. Sale has gone 3 innings, 3 hits, 1 walk, 4 Ks, no runs. He'll face Cepeda, McCarver, and Maxville. Cepeda is 1 for 1 today. He singled his first time up. Second at bat here. Sale picks up the sign from Vasquez. He deals to the right-handed Baby Bull. Looking for the 2-5. It's a 6 column off the Sale card. A 6-6. Route 66. Get your kicks for Orlando Cepeda. And the only kicks he'll get. Swing and a miss, strike 3, going back to the bench. 1 down. Sale has now struck out 5 Cardinals. And here's Tim McCarver. McCarver's 0 for 1. He flew out on the failed hit and run with first and second and no outs. Lefty-lefty matchup for McCarver. Vasquez pounds a mitt, sets the target. Here's the pitch to McCarver, looking for the 3-5. It's a 4 column off the Sale card. 4-6 to Tim McCarver. 4-6 to Tim McCarver. Swing and a miss, strike 3. McCarver hits nothing but air as he goes back to the bench. 2 outs, base is empty for Dahl Maxfield. Maxfield is 0 for 1. I'm sorry, no official at bat. He walked his first time up. On deck is Davis. Here's the pitch to Maxfield. Maxfield looking for the 1-5. Sale rocks and fires. It is a 2 off the Maxfield card, 2-9. So Sale's hitting his spot so far, 2-9. To Dahl Maxfield, 2 outs, base is empty. Ground ball, shortstop. Bogart's up with it, throws to Moreland. Side retired. Top of the top of the 5th. Still scoreless here in St. Louis. Due up to face Bob Gibson. Ramirez, Devers, and Bogarts. Hanley Ramirez flew out his first time up. He's 0 for 1. Right-handed power stick. McCarver goes through the signs. Gibson nods his head. He sets and deals to Ramirez, looking for the 1-2. It is a 6, the column of death, if you're a batter off the Gibby card. 6-10 to Hanley Ramirez. Ground ball to Maxfield at short. And that is a 15. Maxfield's up with it. He'll throw to Cepeda at first. 5-2-2, that's a 9, and that's out number 1, as that goes 6-3. Ramirez grounds out to Maxfield at short. 1 out, no one on for Rafael Devers, the third baseman. He flew out in his first attempt. Looking for the 1-4 column. Gibson peers in at McCarver. Here's the pitch to Devers, and it is a 4 column. So Devers is going to see a pitch he can grip and rip on. 4-11 to Rafael Devers. Hard hit ball. Cepeda dives, and he flips to Gibson covering the bag as that was slated to go down the right field line and roll around, but the baby bull said none shall pass. 2 outs. Base is empty for Xander Bogaerts. Bogey is 0 for 1. He grounded out his first time. Looking for the 2-4 column. McCarver sets the target. Gibby rocks and fires to Bogaerts. And that is a 3. And he'll be off the Bogaerts card. 3-11. 3-11 to Bogaerts from Gibson. Hard hit ball to Maxfield. Up with it. Fires to Cepeda. Side retired. Bottom of the 5th. Still scoreless here in St. Louis. As Tribes Fan has posted a video on his channel, so please check that out when you'd like. Due up for the Cardinals, Davis, Tolan in the top of the order, Lou Brock. Ron Davis is 0 for 1. He flew out against Sale. Looking for the 1-5 column. Sale kicks and fires to Davis, and it is a 4 column off the Chris Sale card. 4-6 to Davis. 4-6, pick up some sticks. The only thing he'll be picking up, strike 3 looking, his feet going back to the bench. And that's Chris Sale's 7th K. He now faces Bobby Tolan. Tolan struck out his first time up. Lefty-lefty matchup. Tolan looking for the 1-5. Sale deals to Tolan, and it is a 3 column off the Tolan card. 3-5 to Bobby Tolan from Chris Sale. 3-5. Curveball! Strike 3 looking! And that's the second time Sale has gotten Bobby Tolan. He now has 8 Ks. Top of the order, 2 outs. Here's Lou Brock. Brock is 0 for 2. He has struck out and grounded out. And he's going to attempt a bunt base hit here. Here's the pitch. He bunts the ball. Sale fields it. Fires to Moreland for the out. They don't get the bunt base hit this time. Side retired. Top of the 6th. Still scoreless here in St. Louis. Due up to face Bob Gibson, Jackie Bradley Jr., Christian Vasquez, and Mookie Betts. JBJ 0 for 1. He flew out in his first at-bat. He awaits the Gibson offering. Here's the pitch, homeward bound. Bradley looking for the 3-4 column. 4 column of choice. He's going to see a pitch he might be able to hit. It is a 4-9 for JBJ. 4-9 from Gibson to Bradley. Ball 4. Bradley walks. Leadoff walk. Bradley 1 through 15 base runner. 75% chance of stealing second. Vasquez is at the plate. A poor bunter. A D bunter, but a B hit and run. Maxwell and Javier hoping to turn 2. Cepeda holding on. Bradley. Gibson looks over. And Bradley can't get the lead. Now Gibson's full attention goes towards the plate and Christian Vasquez. Vasquez looking for the 3-2 column. Here's the pitch to Vasquez from Gibby. And it is a 5 off the Gibson card. A 5-3. What will it be? We shall see on the 5-3. Gibson and the Cardinals hoping for a double play ball on the 5-3. Ground ball back to Gibby. And if we get a 10 or higher, I believe, and no error, this is a double play ball. And it's a 9. So I don't think it's a double play ball because that is a G2. I think we'll get the lead runner here. Now we roll for the error check. And that is a 5-2-2. So that's a 9, no error. So I believe Gibson will go for the lead runner. I think. We'll see. Gibson fields it. And he throws to second for the force out. But they can't turn 2. So Vasquez trades places with JBJ. 1 out. Vasquez being held on by Cepeda at first. 1 through 11 base runner. 80% chance of stealing. Second. And here's Mookie Betts. Betts is 0 for 2. He is lined out and popped out. Gibson again looks over to first. Hit and run is on. There goes the runner. Ground ball towards second. And it's past Javier. And rolling to the wall. And that's a double for Mookie Betts. And that's a first hit off Bob Gibson. And the run scores all the way from first on the hit and run. 1-0 Red Sox. And here's Andrew Benintendi hoping to add to that total for the Bo Sox. Benintendi's 0 for 2. He's grounded out twice. First base open. On deck, Dustin Pedroia. Benintendi looking for the 3-4. Gibson looking to close the door. Here's the pitch to Benintendi from Gibson. That's a 1 column off the Benintendi card. 1-7 to Andrew Benintendi. Ground ball right to Gibson. He throws to Cepeda. 2 down. Betts was not able to advance. So 2 outs, Betts will be off on contact. Very good base runner, 1 through 17. And here comes Dustin Pedroia. He is 0 for 1. He has flown out and walked. Petey with a chance to knock in Betts. McCarver sets the target. Here's the pitch to Pedroia. Gibson deals Pedroia a 5 column. And an 8 off the Gibby card. 5-8 to Dustin Pedroia. Betts off on contact with 2 outs. Ground ball to second base and Julian Javier. And that is a 10. Javier knocks the ball down, picks it up, throws to Cepeda. 6-6-5. That's a 17. And he throws the ball away. As Pedroia will reach on the error by Julian Javier. And Betts advances to third. So with 2 outs, runners on the corners. 1-0 Red Sox here in the top of the 6th. Gibson just glaring at his second baseman, Julian Javier. And here's Mitch Moreland. Moreland's 0 for 2. He is struck out and flown out. Gibson rubs up that baseball, puts it back in his glove. Back up on the hill, toes the rubber. Picks up the sign from McCarver. Here's the pitch to Moreland. And it is a 5 column and a 2. A 5-2 off the Gibson card. 5. Snake eyes. 2 outs. Runners on the corners. Ground ball once again to Javier. And that's a 17. Javier fields it smoothly. Error check. 5-3-1. That's a 9. He flips to second as the shortstop Maxwell covers the bag. And that is a force out. And that ends the inning. But the Red Sox score 1 on the hit and run double by Mookie Betts. We go to the bottom of the 6th. Chris Sale and the Boston Red Sox have a 1-0 lead. Due up for the Cardinals, Javier, Shannon, and Flood. Javier is 1 for 2. He has flown out in the first, singled in the third. Sale kicks and fires to Javier, looking for the 1-2 column. It is a 4 column off the Chris Sale card. It is a 4-6 to Julian Javier. 4-6 from Sale to Javier. Fastball. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. K number 9 for Chris Sale. Now bring up Mike Shannon. Shannon is 0 for 2. He has been a strikeout victim on both occasions. Trying to avoid the hat trick here. He's looking for the 3-5. Vasquez wiggles the finger, sets the target. Here's the pitch from Sale to Shannon. And it is a 3 column. So Shannon might have a pitcher to grip and rip. 3-7. Column of choice. 3-7 to Mike Shannon. And Shannon strikes this ball well. And that is an 11. Will the stadium hold it? He drives his ball deep to center field. Jackie Bradley Jr. racing back, leaps. He won't make the catch. It's off the wall. And Mike Shannon cruises into second with a 1-out double. Shannon the tying run at second. Here comes Curt Flood. Flood is 1 for 2. He had a bunt base hit in the second. And force play, fielder's choice in the third. He has 7 RBIs in this project, looking for RBI number 8. If he gets it, we have a tie ball game. Sale nods his head. Vasquez sets the target. Curt Flood looking for the 1-3. Here's the pitch to Flood, and it is a 6 column off the Sale card. 6-10 from Sale to Flood. 6-10. Shannon at second, 1 out. Ground ball to third base, Rafael Devers. And that is a 17 to Devers. He snaps up that ball, looks the runner back, throws to Moreland at first. 6-3-5. So that's a 14. It's in the dirt. Moreland scoops it out of the dirt for out number 2. Nice play by Mitch Moreland at first. So 2 outs, and here's the baby bull, Orlando Cepeda. Shannon will be off on contact, 1-3-13 base runner. Cepeda singled in the second and struck out in the fourth. The baby bull only batting 163 with 1 ribby, no home runs. Here's the pitch to Cepeda from Sale, and that is a 1 column off the Cepeda card, not a column of choice though. 1-7 to Orlando Cepeda. 2 outs, Shannon off on contact. Ground ball to Bogarts. He's up with it. Throws to Moreland. Side retired. The Cardinals stranded, tying run at second. Top of the 7th. 1-0 Boston. Due up for the Red Sox. Ramirez, Devers, and Bogarts to face Bob Gibson. Gibson has gone 6 innings, 1 hit, 1 run. It is earned 2 walks and only 1 K. Ramirez is 0 for 2. He has flown out in the second, grounded out in the 5th. Here's the pitch from Gibson to Ramirez, looking for the 1-2, and Ramirez will see a pitch to grip and rip on as Gibson makes a mistake. It's a 1-5. A 1-5 to Hanley Ramirez. And Ramirez hits this ball high and deep, and that is a 1. So Ramirez drives this ball deep to left center field. It's going to hit off the top of the wall. Flood chases it down, but it's a leadoff double by Hanley Ramirez. He just missed a homer by inches. A huge insurance run at second base, and here comes Rafael Devers. Devers a horrible bunter, so we'll play the infield normal. Devers is 0 for 2. Flew out in the second, grounded out in the 5th. Gibson has to bear down here, peeks over his shoulder. Ramirez not a fast runner at all. Looks in, picks up the sign from McCarver. Here's the pitch to Devers, looking for the 1-4. It's a 3 column off the Devers card. 3-5 to Rafael Devers. 3-5 from Gibson to Devers. Curveball. Strike 3 looking. Great job by McCarver framing it. 1 away. Ramirez still at second for Xander Bogarts. Bogey has grounded out twice, once in the third, once in the fifth. Bogaerts only has one ribby, and he's only batting 100 in the project. Chance to get RBI number 2 if he knocks in that duck from second base. Here's the pitch to Bogaerts, looking for the 2-4. Gibson deals him a 1 and a 6. Gibson hitting his spots, it seems now. 1-6 to Bogey. And that's going to be a fly ball out to Flood. Coming in a bit. He's there. He makes the catch for out number 2. Ramirez quickly gets back to second base. Mike McAllister's joined us in the chat. How you feeling, buddy? Hope all is well. Thank you for joining us. And here's Jackie Bradley Jr. He is 0 for 1. He's walked in his last at-bat. Then before in the third, he flew out. JBJ looking for the 3-4 column. Righty-lefty matchup. McCarver goes through the signs. Gibson quickly nods his head. Here's the pitch to Bradley Jr. And that is a 1 column. Off the Bradley card, a 1-4. Not a column of choice, though. 1-4. Gibson hoping to show Bradley the door. Ground ball to Javier. He dives, pops up, throws to first. Side retired. Ramirez stranded at second. As it's now timeout for trivia. For which major league club did Chuck Klein hit his final home run in 1941? And I don't know if I pronounced his last name right. It is spelled K-L-E-I-N. For which major league club did Chuck Klein, K-L-E-I-N, hit his final home run in 1941? Take me out to the ball game. Take me out to the crowd. Buy me some peanuts and Cracker Jacks. I don't care if I ever go back for its root for the home team. If they lose, it's a shame. For it's 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out at the old ball game. Alrighty, once again, last call for alcohol at 2, you're through. Here's the trivia question. For which major league club did Chuck Klein hit his final home run in 1941 for? I'm going to say, even though I don't know who this gentleman is, Chuck Klein, I'm going to say Chicago Cubs. I'm going to say Chicago Cubs. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. So my answer is Chicago Cubs. No one in the chat answers. And here we go. Philadelphia Phillies. I wasn't right. We go to the bottom of the 7th. Chris Sale and the Red Sox are up 1-0. Sale so far has been spectacular. 6 innings, 4 hits, no runs, 1 walk, 9 Ks. He will face McCarver, Maxville, and Davis. As Beatles attorney says, he was a Phillies slugger. Well, thank you, Mr. Beatles. McCarver's 0 for 2. He has flown out and struck out against Sale. Here comes the Sale's pitch, homeward bound. McCarver looking for the 3-5, and McCarver has a pitch to grip and rip on. It's a 3-8. Column of choice for Tim McCarver. Can he make Sale pay on the 3-8? And McCarver strikes this ball well and deep. And that's an 11. Will the ballpark hold it? Benintendi racing back at the wall. He leaps, he falls down, he shows his glove. He has just robbed Tim McCarver of a game-tying home run as the man in blue down the third base line puts his arm up. You are out, Mr. McCarver, as McCarver just kicks the turf and heads back to the dugout. What a play by Andrew Benintendi. As Chris Sale tips his cap to his young left fielder. 1 away. 1-0 Red Sox. Here comes Dahl Maxville, 0 for 1 with a walk. He walked in his first at-bat, then grounded out in the 4th. He's looking for the 1-5. Sale deals quickly to Maxville, and it is a 3 column off the Maxville card, not a column of choice. 3-9 to Dahl Maxville. 3-9 from Sale to Maxville. Fly ball, Benintendi coming in, settles under it, makes the catch, 2 away. That catch was much easier for Andrew than the prior one. So 2 outs, bottom of the 7th, 1-0 Red Sox. Ron Davis steps to the plate. Davis is 0 for 2. He has flown out and struck out. Davis looking for the 1-5. Here's a pitch from Sale, and Davis is dealt a 4 column off the Sale card and a 6. A 4-6 to Ron Davis. 4-6, Sale and the Red Sox hoping for another 1-2-3 inning. 4-6. Swing and a miss on the curveball. Strike 3. That's K number 10 for Chris Sale. We go to the top of the 8th. 1-0 Red Sox as Sale is out dueling Bob Gibson in a tremendous pitcher's duel here in St. Louis. Gibby back out on the mound. They're guarding the line, St. Louis, defensively in the field. Gibson has gone 7 innings, 2 hits, 1 earned run, 2 walks, 2 Ks. And here's Christian Vasquez 0 for 2 with a run scored. He awaits the Gibson offering. Here's the pitch to Vasquez looking for the 3-2. And Vasquez will see a pitch to Grip and Rip. It's a 2-6. So Gibson makes a mistake. Will Vasquez make him pay on the 2-6? And that's a single that drops in front of Brock in left. So a sinking line drive, leadoff single for Vasquez. Corners move in. Mookie Betts is a D. Why are our corners in? He's a D bunter. I don't want my corners in. We're going to override our bench coach. I don't want my corners in. Play normal. All right. Cepeda holding Vasquez on. Gibson takes a peek. Here's the pitch to Betts. Betts looking for the 1-4 column. There goes Vasquez. 12% chance of a throwing error. 1 through 16, he is safe. McCarver's going to throw down. Come on, 17 or higher. And that is a 19. Tim McCarver guns out Mookie Betts. Go grab some pine, Mookie. You are out. So McCarver throws him out, as there must have been a gust of wind behind that throw. So 1 out, base is empty. I'm sorry, Christian Vasquez got thrown out. Not Mookie Betts. He's at the plate. Betts 1 for 3. He has the double and the ribby that came back in the 6th on that hit and run that Vasquez scored on. He's looking for the 1-4. Gibson wants to show him the door. Here's the pitch to Betts, and it is a 1. So Gibson will miss his spot. Betts will have a chance to grip and rip on the 1-5. 1 column and a 5 to Mookie Betts. 1 out, no one on, as Vasquez was just thrown out. And Betts, a 2. And that stolen base that did not happen is going to come back to haunt the Red Sox as Mookie Betts singles up the middle. So 1 out, 1 on. As they were guarding the lines, that ball got past the dive of Javier up the middle. And here's Andrew Benintendi, who robbed McCarver of the game-tying home run to left. Benintendi's 0 for 3. He's grounded out 3 times against Gibson. Benintendi looking for the 3-4 column. Betts, an excellent base runner at first, is being held on by Cepeda. Gibson looks over. Now he deals to Benintendi. Here's the pitch to Andrew. It is a 5 column and a 7. Off the Gibson card, 5-7 to Benintendi. 1 out, 1 on. Fastball. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Andrew Benintendi 0 for 4. 2 outs. Betts at first will be off on contact. And here's PD, the second baseman, Dustin Pedroia. He is 0 for 2 with a walk. In the first, he flew out. In the 4th, he walked. And in the 6th, he reached on the error by Julian Javier, but did not score. And there goes Mookie Betts. 1 through 17. He is safe. 12% chance of a throwing error. We're going to throw down again. Can McCarver make it 2 for 2 this inning? We need a high roll. That's an 8. So Mookie Betts will steal second with 2 outs. Hopefully there's no error check, thank God. So Mookie Betts in scoring position most likely will definitely score 1 through 17 base runner plus an extra couple of steps with 2 outs. Huge insurance run here. Top of the 8th, 1-0 Red Sox. Pedroia digs back in the right-hander's batter's box. Here's the pitch from Gibson to Pedroia, and that is a 6-6-6. The sign of death on the Gibby card, the 6 column. So 6-12 to Pedroia. 2 outs. Betts will be off on contact on the 6-12. Hard hit ball. Shannon backhands it. Throws to Cepeda. Side retired. Mookie Betts stranded at second. As Vasquez being thrown out, trying to steal second, was a big play there. We go to the bottom of the 8th. Chris Sale and the Boston Red Sox of 2017 clinging to a 1-0 lead over the 1968 St. Louis Cardinals, who have one of the most anemic offenses ever to go to the World Series. I know it was the year of the pitcher, but my God. Due up, Bobby Tolan in the top of the order, Lou Brock and Julian Javier. Tolan is 0 for 2. He struck out twice. Sale looking for the hat trick. He has 10 Ks so far. Looking for number 11. Here's the pitch to Bobby Tolan, looking for the 1-5. It is a 2 column off the Tolan card. Its 2s are wild, 2-2-2, so it's a 2-4 to Bobby Tolan. 2-4. Can he fight off this pitch? And he has a good shot, as that's an inside fastball. And that's a 7. So Bobby Tolan with a nice piece of hitting. I believe this could be a single. And he singles up the middle as he pulled his hands in on the inside fastball and takes it up the middle. Tying run at first. Tolan, an excellent base runner, 1 through 16. Lou Brock comes to the plate. He's only a C bunter. Corners move in. Devers in at third. Moreland is holding on Tolan. Once the pitch is made, he will charge towards the plate. Oh, thank you. Tribes fan says, Al, only error check on steal is if a 1 through 3 is rolled on the steal chance. Thank you very much. Brock, C stealer. He's batting a C bunter, excuse me. He's batting 211. D hit and run. Well, that's, you know what? Even with the corners in, let's just take a look at the bunt for a second. And they're bringing in Craig Kimbrell. So Sale's day is done. And he had an outstanding effort. Wow, they took him out of the game. Let me just look at this real quick. He's responsible for the runner at first. So he can only win it. He cannot lose it. He can get a no decision. Sale, 7 innings, 5 hits, no runs, 1 walk, 10 Ks. And here comes Craig Kimbrell to try to close it out here. He's going to go for the 6-out save. Kimbrell on the project has pitched 1 inning. And he's given up no runs, no walks, and he struck out no one, and he has 1 save. Craig Kimbrell in 2017, 5 wins, no losses, 35 saves, 1.43 earned run average. Striking out 126, only walking 14, gave up 6 gopher balls. He throws hard and wild at times, at least this year. Corner still playing in. And again, let's look at that bunt possibility. 72% chance of a successful bunt. We're going for it. As Brock will try to sacrifice Tolan over. He puts the bunt down. And Devers fields it. His only play is to Moreland for the out. Moving into scoring position is Bobby Tolan, a very good base runner, 1 through 16. So the tying run's at second with 1 out. Here comes Julian Javier. Javier was 1 for 3 off Sale. He flew out in the first, singled in the third, struck out in the 6th. Kimbrell, bent over, arm out, picks up the sign from Vasquez. The windup and the pitch to Javier. Javier looking for the 2-1 column, and it is a 4 column. A 4-6 off the Kimbrell card, 4-6. 1 out, tying run at second, and Bobby Tolan, 1-0 Red Sox, bottom of the 8th, 4-6. Fastball. Swing and a miss, strike 3. So 2 outs. Tolan will be off on contact. And here's Mike Shannon. Shannon, off Chris Sale, struck out twice, and in his last at-bat doubled, but was stranded at second. Shannon looking for his 4th ribby, and if he gets it, it will be a tie ball game. He's batting .283 with 1 homer. Looking for the 3-2 column. The windup and the pitch from Kimbrel to Shannon, and it's a 4 and a 6 off the Craig Kimbrel card. 4, 6. Tolan off on contact with 2 outs. There will be no contact as that strike 3 looking side retired. We go to the top of the 9th. The Boston Red Sox cling to a 1-0 lead. Due up for the Red Sox, Moreland, Ramirez, and Devers to face Bob Gibson. Gibson in line to be a tough luck loser. As Old Soldier says, this is a pretty good simulation. It even has Farrell making bonehead decisions. Yeah, they took him out. I can't believe that. But they did have the best closer in the game. I still wouldn't have took him out. 10 freaking strikeouts, but what do I know? Cardinals guarding the lines here. Moreland's 0 for 3 has struck out, flown out, and grounded out. Mitch Moreland looking for the 2-4. Gibson looking to deny him a base hit. Here's the pitch from Gibson to Moreland, and it's a 4. So he's going to see a pitch he can grip and rip on. 4-3 from Gibson to Moreland. What will it be? We shall see on the 4-3. And that's an 18. So will Moreland make him pay on the mistake? Sends that ball out to right field, and making the running catch towards the line is Davis. So Mitch Moreland misses his pitch. As Old Soldier says, 5 out. 5 outs, though. So with 1 out, again, the Cardinals guarding the lines. And here's Hanley Ramirez. He is 1 for 3 with a double. Against Gibson, he flew out, grounded out, then finally, in the 7th, just missed a home run. Inches from missing that home run, he doubled. Righty-righty matchup. Ramirez looking for the 1-2 column. Gibby looks in sternly, picks up the sign from McCarver. Here's the pitch to Hanley Ramirez, and that's a 6, the column of death for batters off the Gibson card. 6-5. 1 out, no one on. 6-5. It was nice knowing you, Hanley Ramirez. Swing and a miss, strike 3. High cheese, you can't catch up with it. So 2 outs, base is empty. Top of the 9th, here's Rafael Devers, 0 for 3 off Gibby. He has flown out, ground out, and struck out. A righty-lefty matchup. Gibson works quickly to Devers. Devers looking for the 1-4. He gets a 2 column. It is a 2-11. So Gibson makes his pitch here on the 2-11. Looking for a 1-2-3 inning in the top of the 9th, keeping a 1-run deficit. Hard hit ball. Cepeda knocks it down, flips to Gibby, covering the bag, side retired. Bob Gibson is in line to be a tough luck loser if Craig Kimbrel can get the final 3 outs. Bottom of the 9th, 1-0 Red Sox. Sale in line for a win. Gibson in line for a loss. Due up to face Craig Kimbrel for St. Louis, Flood, Cepeda, and McCarver. Remember, McCarver was robbed of a home run by Andrew Benintendi. Could be a 1-1 ball game. Flood 1 for 3. Looking for the 1-3 column. Kimbrel hunched over. Arm out. Nods his head. The windup and the pitch to Flood. And it is a 2 off the Flood card. 2-7 to Kurt Flood from Craig Kimbrel. 2-7. Hard hit ball. Bogart's up with it at short. Throws to Moreland. 1 down. 2 outs away from Gibson being a tough luck loser. And here's Orlando Cepeda, the baby bull, is 1 for 3. He singled in his first at-bat in the 2nd. Then in the 4th, he struck out. In the 6th, he grounded out, all against Chris Sale. Cepeda looking for the 2-1 column. He especially wants that 2 column. He awaits the Kimbrel offering. Here's the pitch, homeward bound. And it's a 2-column for Cepeda. A 2-4. Can he make Kimbrel pay for that mistake? 2-4 from Kimbrel to Cepeda. Oh, he pops it sky high. Bogart's on the outfield turf. Makes the catch, 2 down. Oh, my Lord, the baby bull missed his pitch. So 2 outs, base is empty, and here's Tim McCarver, who nearly tied the game up in the 7th. But Benintendi robbed him of a home run. He's 0 for 3. Flew out in the 2nd. Struck out in the 4th. And then flew out. A potential home run ball robbed by Andrew Benintendi in the 7th. McCarver, the last hope to keep the game alive. On deck is Dahl Maxwell. McCarver looking for the 3-4. Kimbrel looking to shut the door. Here's the pitch to Tim McCarver. And it's a 2 and a 6 off the McCarver card. This could be it, folks. 2-6 to Tim McCarver from Craig Kimbrel. He jams him. Pop up. Bogart's at short, calling for it. He makes the catch. The Red Sox and Chris Sale with the save going to Craig Kimbrel. Out pitch and out duel. Bob Gibson and the Cardinals 1-0. If you look up the definition of tough luck loser in the dictionary, and there's a photo there, it will be of Bob Gibson and this game. So Gibby loses a 1-0 game as the Cardinals, once again, even though we shook up their lineup a bit, can't score with their anemic offense. Chris Sale shuts them down, gets the win. Kimbrel gets the save. Let's go to the box score. That was a fun pitcher's duel. And let's bring that up so everyone can see. That's always good. Fit to screen. There we go. But before we do that, let's go to the chat. As Old Soldier says, I stand corrected. Farrell is a genius. So thank you to Old Soldier for joining us here in the chat. Tribesfan 879. And thank you for that information. Only a 1 through 3 on a steal chance is an error check. Hopefully I remember that. Check out his channel. He has up what's going on in his channel with his Mets project, which has come to an end, and what's coming up. So check him out. Thank you to Beatles Eternally. Thank you to Dog Sidious, my moderator extraordinaire, my good friend. Check us out. Check out his channel, All Things Star Wars and Entertainment. If you have not subscribed to his channel, I would greatly appreciate you check it out. And I think you'll like it. Hit that sub button. And we're going to be on Saturday live on Dog Sidious's channel at 8 p.m. Standard Time Eastern, United States of America. Just having a good time chatting. Dog will set up the show. It'll be myself, and hopefully we'll have Chris from Strat-O-Matic Delaware back on, as we had a wonderful time this Saturday. If you missed it, it was a lot of fun. Let's see who else was in. Mike McAllister. Hope you're doing well, my friend. Thank you very much for stopping by. And we had Ben Hogan and Statistician. Thank you very much. Check out Statistician's channel. And the Underrated Darkness. Thank you very much. Fan-O-Matic will be back in the fall putting up videos on his channel, so make sure you subscribe to get those new videos coming up. And also check out the Underrated Darkness's channel. Does a little bit of everything. So thank you, and let's go to the box score and call it a stream. That was a pitcher's duel extraordinaire. So Chris Sale will have one more start in the project against Denny McLain. So far in his 3 starts, he is 2-1. Kimbrel picks up his 2nd save of the project. So Sale went 7 innings, 5 hits, no runs, 1 walk. He struck out 10. His ERA now in 3 games, 1.88. Craig Kimbrel has pitched 2 innings. He has 2 strikeouts and 2 saves. Bob Gibson now falls to 7-5. The Cardinals fall to 8-5. Gibson had 1 no decision, in which the Cardinals did end up winning. He should have gotten the win in that game. The bullpen blew it. So a tough luck loss for Bob Gibson. 9 innings, 4 hits, 1 run. It was earned. 2 walks. He only had 4 strikeouts, though. His ERA, 1.81. The Cardinals' offense is anemic. As Dog City says, need those impressions. Chris was awesome. He's talking about Chris from Strat-O-Matic, Delaware, who does a great Christopher Walken. He does a bunch of other impressions. We had such a good time. I'm looking forward to it this Saturday. Once again, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, US of A, Dog Sidious's channel. So, player of the game, I'm going to have to give it to Chris Sale for the win in the 10 strikeouts. Mookie Betts, they only had 4 hits off Bob Gibson. Betts had 2. He was 2 for 4 with the only ribby. And then you had Benintendi, Pedroia, Moreland were all offers. Ramirez was 1 for 4 with a double. Then you had Devers, Bogarts, and Bradley were offers. And Christian Vasquez 1 for 3 with a run scored, as he scored on the hit and run that turned into a double for Betts, and he scored all the way from first because it was a hit and run. So the Red Sox had 31 at-bats, 1 run, and 4 hits, Betts having 2 of them, with the 1 ribby by Mookie Betts. Betts with an honorable mention as player of the game. The Cardinals had 5 hits. Javier was 1 for 4. Shannon was 1 for 4. Flood was 1 for 4. And Cepeda was 1 for 4. And Tolan was 1 for 4. Brock was 0 for 3. McCarver, Dahlville, and Davis were offers. So 31 at-bats for the Cardinals. No runs, 5 hits, no ribbies, as they fall to defeat 1-0. Once again, Bob Gibson now stands 7-5 with 13 starts. He had 1 no decision. Another tough luck loss. Out of those 5 losses, I want to say 3 were tough luck losses. He got hammered around pretty good by the Twins, though. Or did they outdo it? Whatever. He lost. The Twins are 2-0 in this. They've beaten Gibson and McLain. So it's going to be interesting to see how the Twins do in their second 2 games against them. So thank you very much for watching once again. Our next game in this project will be Denny McLain versus the Arizona Diamondbacks. But in this one, Bob Gibson loses 1-0. He's now 7-5 in 13 starts. Chris Sale in 3 starts is 2-1. And the Red Sox are 2-1. So once again, Boston 1. The St. Louis Cardinals, nothing. Till next time, health and happiness. Watch out for the curveball in the dirt. God bless. And you know what's coming, folks. Peace!